but I felt like that whole beautiful era too, like when I started getting into this hip hop shit, like
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was exposed to. And to hear that they died, and is you start reminiscing, like, dude, like back when I was in love with that hip hop shit, like you're that hardcore hip hop head, and then
Yeah.
like that's all the shit you were listening to, and it took me back to that era. So as a producer, I was like, I want to go heavy with it again, like get back into sampling heavy.
So welcome everybody to All Fresh Chat.
What's up? What's up?
Kind of took a little hiatus. Kind of got sick, and then someone else got sick, and other people got sick. So
The COVID lifestyle. I got it.
shit sucks. But hey, we're here. We're back. What you been up to, bro?
Uh, been brewing beer. I was kidding.
Oh shit.
You said brew, that's why. No, I've been chilling, dude. Staying busy. It's been a crazy last month of December for 2021, dude. Like, still recovering from that, but it dragged on to January for some reason.
Yeah,
But
dude. That sucks, especially with the work, because that really did fuck up a lot of things too. We had to work graveyards and shit that one weekend.
yeah, that too. Gosh, dude, like they really were trying to fuck us over, dude. Like they really wanted to fucking stop us from what we were doing outside of work. Like I felt like, I mean, not intentionally, but
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know
like these obstacles, like we talked about in the
it's
past, like
unfortunate.
all these
Yeah, but I
obstacles.
mean, good money.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm starting to see what you mean by how you really hate this job now, and I'm starting to hate this job too. But gotta pay bills, man. Got a mortgage to pay.
yeah. It sucks, because we're not kids. Our parents are not taking care of us. We got bills to pay, and yeah, you can't really walk out of a job. Um,
There comes a
just
time
kind of you
in
gotta
every
grin
man's
and
life
bear it.
when he's gotta handle shit up on his own.
You gotta grin and bear it. It sucks, but this is probably where I would like to talk about time management, because
Yeah.
this is part of that little plan I had. Is well, I should probably say this story first. So, I seen this video on YouTube. I mean, I'm sorry, Instagram that emerged. When you're going through the feed, looking through it, and this guy was explaining about the universe giving you you want something from the universe, and you're begging for it to give you what you want, but you're not doing your necessary steps. So the guy kind of explained it about an artist. He all he has is a pencil, and he's begging the universe for crayons, color pencils, and the universe says, "Yeah, I'm going to give you color pencils, but you're not you're not using that pencil I gave you in the first place.
Hmm.
So how the fuck do you want these color pencils if you're not using the first fucking tool I gave you?"
Hmm.
So that opened up my mind, and it just, for me, it was time management. So I want to be up here, you know, but I need to manage my time. I can't just be like, "Oh, I want to be a famous artist," for example. I want to
Hmm.
be a famous artist on tour. But how the fuck am I gonna get there just begging it if I'm not doing the steps I need? So like this is where the whole time management thing comes in.
Yep.
And
I mean, not only that, it's like they say think outside the box, but like I've heard before is like you have to make sure you can fucking tear that box from the inside out before you can start thinking outside the box. At
yeah.
least that's what I've always lived by.
Well, yeah, that too, of course,
But yeah,
definitely.
definitely your
But
time management thing is a good talk too.
so yeah, and like also, how am I gonna get there? For example, when I hate my job and my job's preventing me to be up here,
Hmm.
like if on my days off, if I'm not productive, that's like the slapping the universe in the face. He's like, you want to get up there, you need to do your fucking job, do your part. So on my days off, we hated this job, we hate it, or it's just we don't hate it. It's just annoying. It's just annoying.
Right.
You don't want to fucking do it. Anyways, how the fuck are you gonna get there if you're not fucking managing your time? So for me, it's like I need to prove to the universe this is what the fuck I want, and this is what I do, and I'm gonna do these steps. I'm gonna on my days off, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing some work. You may not have to work all day. It's
Mhm.
just you got to do something. Do something to get there.
Even learn something.
Yeah,
I started
anything,
reading a book on
anything.
just not music related, but I started reading a book on stocks. At least something to get my mind keep thinking, keep trying to get be better, productive.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of throwing me off. Dude.
yeah, it's bad. It's a bad feedback.
And where was that? Oh yeah, so trying to be more productive and yeah, time management. Yeah, we were working those graveyards, and I was already dreading the fact that you work all nights and you're sleeping all day. You're just wasting time. And I mean, it's not like it was slow. We can chill at work and just make sure everything goes right. It was busy, dude. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't productive on those days, but I knew as soon as they were over, I'm gonna just jump full force into continue to what I was doing. You know, and putting out these. I have an album coming out. Do people put albums out anymore?
You know what they do, but the formula I'm noticing is changed,
It-
and
it's all singles now.
like you said, singles. Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday for a little bit online, but
Yeah.
he said it's all about singles, and I think also it's people don't their attention span is not there anymore, so they just want to hear a dope ass hook, then your verse, whether it's 16 bars or 32 maybe, but I think mostly 16 bars,
Yep.
then another hook, and then that's it. They're done with it.
And I actually seen this online too. People are talking about the format of music nowadays. It's gonna be a shorter song, and then like you said, it's gonna be like maybe one verse, two hooks, and that's it. And I do see it coming to that, especially with like apps like TikTok and Instagram. With like they have up to a minute of like video time, so they just whatever they can fit in that minute.
Yeah.
I mean, it's creative. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking dope, but that's where you're gonna have to start. Start
No,
thinking about how to
yeah.
make a song nowadays.
It is dope. I mean, I'm not hating on it either. In my mind it's like, okay, if this is new, then we gotta adapt to it, you
Hmm.
know? So it is kind of cool. It's just in a way it's a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah,
And
but
it's kind of cool too though, cause like sometimes I mean back when I was heavy writing, like there was those times where I only had a verse,
right.
and then we had that or I had that mentality where, oh, you gotta have two verses, three verses, you know, to make it the song complete. And now it's kind of cool though in a way. Like I could dig it. I
Yeah,
could I could dig it.
no, I know. And when I used to make beats too, or I mean, I still make beats, but when I used to make beats back then, my intros were always super long because I just love that fucking build up.
Yeah,
And nowadays you can't build up, man. You have to have like 2, maybe 3 seconds of a build up, and then jumps into a beat. And that's just how it is nowadays. Like you said, the attention span of people nowadays has to hit them right away.
yeah.
So remember I was listening to the Black album, and some of those fucking intros are long as fuck, but like you were like anticipating, like, all right, man, I can't wait for this shit
Yeah.
drops, and then fucking
Sometimes it catch. I mean, back then, that whole intro would just catch you and just like we're going on this ride, dude. Like it's
yeah,
coming. So like I have always liked those long epic intros.
yeah, and
Now though, like you said, they don't want to hear. They don't have the attention span for it.
and it sucked when like the fucking song would just fall off after like it wouldn't be no good. It's like, oh shit, I waited this fucking whole minute to hear this shit. But if I could just go to the next song, and the next one's a fucking fire song.
But
But
yeah, dude. It's pretty gnarly, like music and intros, and it's kind of cool though. Like it's very interesting to see where it's going. Um,
yeah, you can definitely see the change, man.
Yeah. At least that's in the rap world, you know. Back in the turntable world, like it's gonna be a whole. I mean, this is a different topic, but I'm very tripping out in the turntable world too. Like, I'm kind of happy that it's still alive. You know, like there's a very strong group of people that are still keeping it alive, and um, as far as production wise, I that's what I was doing. I've been making beats, turntable
Loopers,
loopers.
loop
I've been
beats.
making looper beats in the turntable world, and the last episode when I had COVID, for those that remember, I said, you know, I challenged myself, and what I challenged myself was to get familiar with Pro Tools, a DAW program, to help me mix and master my beats, because all I was doing was making my beats on this iPad, on the program on the iPad, and basically sending it out from there. But you couldn't really fuck with the levels too much. So like when
Yeah,
I
you couldn't get really like intricate, with
that
your
too,
compressions and all that shit. Yeah,
that too, and it kind of I noticed it like having an ear is like, oh, like the beats I send out, if like they were featured on other looper projects, like the quality would be kind of low. And that's why I challenged myself to get familiar with Pro Tools so I could bring the levels up and lower whatever is too high.
right.
And it was very. I spent the whole day, like once I started feeling better from COVID, like the body aches went away.
Hmm.
I kid you not, I spent the whole fucking day mixing and mastering the levels, and on the looper project I put out was zoned out loops,
Right.
and I was very
I remember you like hit me up too, like yo, listen to it and check the levels on everything, and everything sounded good except for those two songs I just pointed
yeah,
out.
where
But I mean,
the
that's you live and you learn. You
yeah, he explained the side chaining, and
yeah
it was it was gnarly. Like it was one of those productive days where you're just working and you don't even realize like I didn't eat anything all
yeah
day, and
yeah I know
I was just knocking shit out because the first one was scary, and that's when I was texting you the most. I was like, "Oh, I
yeah.
forgot how to do this," or "How do you do that?"
Hmm.
And then you were messaging me back, and then once I got the first one, I was like, "Okay, that was easy." So then I just went into that mode, that work mode, and I fucking knocked it out.
Yeah
I
yeah
was
sh-
happy as fuck because like I accomplished that fucking goal that was scaring me. I was always procrastinating with Pro Tools, and I was kind of scared in a way, but fucking did it, man.
no, but you
Like
killed it though. It was like fucking. I was impressed that you got basically you got like a B plus because those just two songs out of what the eight you made, right? Or was it seven?
I think it was like 8 or 10.
Yeah, but just two of those beats were just the only. I mean, it's just small little issues, here and
Yeah,
there. Like you said, side chaining an 808 and a kick drum. That's all you really needed to do with it for that one. And the other one was, I think the loop around. It kind of it dragged on a little bit,
yeah,
but that's an easy fix. Yeah, sucks that it's out already, but
yeah. And well, that's another thing I'm noticing too. Like when you taught me, you started teaching me the little steps about your sounds and panning and shit.
right.
So I'm hearing all these other looper beats, and
Hmm.
there's the beat's dope as fuck, but
Yeah.
when you listen to it, it's clipping like a motherfucker,
Oh
like
yeah.
distorted,
Uh huh.
everything loud, and I was like, fuck, dude, like I started like picking that up,
Yeah.
so that was gnarly too, like I trip out, like you taught me that, and now my ears start picking up, sounds. Not You're not just listening to the beat anymore. You're listening to the sounds and the panning, the volume of the levels of every instrument.
Yeah. Definitely. Sounds mine.
And I go by the name of Sounds Mine.
Shit.
So yeah, dude, like I got that project out and I was happy, because the COVID did stop us for a while and
Yeah.
got back into it, and I put it out and I was happy because the people, my following, there's people that were like, oh fuck yeah, like all these
Yeah.
beats, and then me it felt good because like I need to hear that feedback from the following, and
Right.
I'm not saying I got a big ass following, but
No, I mean,
I'm fucking thankful
anything,
for one. If
anything
I
is
make a
good.
beat,
One follower is
yeah,
good. Shit.
for me, if I got one follower, then I'm fucking winning. Everything else is just fucking
Yeah.
is awesome. But
But then you got people that wanted to collab with you too, which was dope. Right after.
yeah, it's that's another gnarly part because I know in December I was telling myself like this new year 2021, people are gonna start hitting me up,
Mm-hmm.
and next thing you know, some bunch of UK cats hit me up, um, and from Canada as well to jump on their looper project. And for me, I'm always down to work, so
Right.
I was like, shit, sending beats out. So I was featured on Zukel's and Scratch Street's MK Ultras Volume 5,
Yeah.
and that one's out already. And then yesterday, the homie, I'm zoning out right now, Artwork, his Weapons Volume 2 just came out yesterday too, and I have two looper beats on there too, and it's dope. Like,
Oh yeah.
and just it's a great feeling just being asked to if you want to join their looper project, and
And it's always cool too to see like people tag you in the post, like they're scratching to your beats.
yeah,
Like you're basically you're touching their their creative mind to like want them to scratch to your shit. Like that's fucking dope. Like you have that power to do
yeah,
so. I know when we put out loopers in the past, we were always reposting people scratching to one of our beats,
yeah,
and that was always dope. Even if we have like a featured DJ or turntablist that puts a beat on our looper and the scratches to theirs, we always want to share share the love.
yeah, definitely. And that's a great feeling, dude. Like seeing someone post, tag you in their post for
Hmm.
them cutting to one of your beats off the project. Um,
Yeah.
it's it just lets me know that we have something that they like.
Right.
And that's my mentality too when I go into making looper beats.
Hmm.
I try to say like there's gonna be one beat on there that someone's gonna fucking dig and they're just gonna cut it up. And
Yeah.
with the zoned out loops, I went with that mentality again to do that, but also those type of beats that do make you zone out. Like I fucking as a turntablist, as a
Hmm.
cutter, I always love those fucking beats where it's you just zone out and it's like it's not those hardcore fucking aggressive battle style
Oh yeah.
beats or
Yeah.
it's not those super funky break beats. It's just that beat that comes on and it just makes you zone out, dude. And I
Yeah.
try to have that vibe for that album. That's why I called it zoned out loops.
Yeah, no, that's fucking dope. Like it's almost like psychedelic in a way, where it's like
Hmm.
you're taking on a fucking journey, and you're just scratching along on the way on the way to that journey.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's fucking dope, man. Shout out to Tableist.net
Yeah,
and
big shout out to Tablist.net and then Table Beats.
yes,
These two apps,
it's
these
Looper
guys are
apps.
making it fucking amazing for the cutters in the turntable world. Because we talked about it in the last episode of having to start the beat over. Like
Yep.
these guys have their apps on lock, and then you just got your beat looping,
Hmm. You
and
can
then
favorite all the beats that you like to scratch to, which is dope. And
yep,
when you're feeling down or you just feel like cutting one day, you just go to your favorites and
yeah.
click that one. Like, all right, cool, time to get to work.
Yup, and the beautiful thing is there's always all these producers, beat makers that are just adding more to it. So
Yeah.
you're never gonna get tired of those apps because there's always so much new content every week.
Yep.
This is like now it's like
Definitely.
every week that there's these people adding to it.
Fuck yeah.
So big shout out Tablist.net, Table Beats. Like you guys are the MVPs in the turntable world for sure.
Definitely, definitely. And shout out to all the DJs and producers that are putting, putting shit out like, on those apps,
Yeah,
which is dope. And it's a cool thing. It's free. It's
yeah.
free download. I mean, you can't download the beats unless they have external links. But
Nah, they could still do it. I heard. I
oh
found
really?
out. Yeah,
Oh okay. Oh no, yeah, yeah. No,
you
you're
could
right. Yeah,
they're sampling the looper beats and then
yeah, yeah. I've seen that. No, not only that, you can you can save them for like I think offline
oh, that's right too.
and just save them. You just cut to them
But
later on.
I guess that's what they're for.
Yeah.
So it's not like whatever. I'm getting too into it. That's what they're for. So
Yeah.
they're
No.
cut to it, whatever.
Shit.
Um,
If you're an MC too and you think the beats are are your style. I mean, because the beats are, how do I explain it? They're not beats to rap to because of just the, I don't know how to
The
explain it.
format,
The
the
format of it is
formula,
just,
it just runs through it.
yeah.
But
Now,
I,
turntables would know.
yeah, I did hear though that, and I've experienced it as well. There are people that are fucking going onto these apps now and
Hmm.
they're buying it, or I mean buying it, they're downloading it and listening to loopers to freestyle to. So this was way back, maybe about a year ago. The homie Ed Mars from Scratch Renshu, shout out, one of our sponsors for today. He called me up. He was in Portland, and I just released, I believe, Funky Loopers.
Oh yeah.
And I was at work, night shift, and this fool calls me up and he goes, "Hey, you got I'm not gonna say word for word, but you got people scratching to your loop. I mean, you got people rhyming, freestyling to your
Freestyling.
looper beats." And I was like, "What word?" And then he goes, "Yeah, dude, it's dope. Like you did a good job on this one." And I was like, "That's amazing too," because I didn't go in there with trying to get fools to rap to the beat. It was for the cutters.
Yeah.
But anyways, I did hear that these apps are getting popular for the rhymers now.
Yeah.
And
And it's crazy too because like you kind of like don't see that, especially in the commercial world of like commercial hip hop. You don't see the boom bappers anymore. You don't see like the people that like to rap over just like some weird psychedelic beats like the.
yeah,
You don't see that anymore, and
nah,
it's very rare that you see that. But there is a market for it. I mean, that's one thing I did find out. Especially the boom bap stuff is like that's the stuff I like to really make. Even though everybody tells me to just make trap beats.
and that's another thing too. With the way it's going right now, um, I feel like, for example, MF Doom, rest in peace.
Rest in
Like
peace.
hearing that kind of changed me when hearing that he passed. Um, it made me start to realize that that era is starting to die off, unfortunately, and it made me, I got heavy thinking because I always do this shit, but I felt like, okay, now I got to start, preserving it in a way. Um, I felt like it's I could be wrong and it's not as popular as it was, of course, back in its era. Now I know the trap beats have taken over, but I felt like that whole beautiful era too, like when I started getting into this hip hop shit, like
Hmm.
that's what I was exposed to. And to hear that they died, and is you start reminiscing, like, dude, like back when I was in love with that hip hop shit, like you're that hardcore hip hop head, and then
Yeah.
like that's all the shit you were listening to, and it took me back to that era. So as a producer, I was like, I want to go heavy with it again, like get back into sampling heavy. Like I haven't sampled in a long time, and once it MF Doom passed, it made me start sampling heavy again, and then of course, it's just so much people that have passed. It's just too much to name, but
Yeah.
it just made me want to start getting hardcore, bring back the boom bap samples, the whole fucking process of crate digging, like going to a fucking record shop or a thrift shop and picking up records.
Bro, that would be a good
Like
shirt. Bring back the boom bap. Oh no, go ahead.
it's probably taken,
It probably is, huh? Fuck.
but
But yeah, I know what you mean, man. Like I was telling you the other day, like, dude, I miss digging. I miss going out to like, out of town and going digging and just coming back and check all those records out, like, blindly because you don't know.
hmm
We just go off the covers.
yeah, the album covers.
Yeah, that's a cool fucking. It's always cool, like when you already know, like what the if you see a naked girl, you
For
know it's gonna
yeah,
be some
for
fucking
me,
fire.
if there's a naked girl on the cover, that shit is gonna be there's gonna have a fire sample, at least one fire sample,
Yeah, and if you see
and
like
then
just
psychedelic shit.
psychedelic, yeah,
Yeah, like every fucking rock album that had like a psychedelic crazy far out cover like that always had a dope fucking sample.
yeah. And for me, it's like if it has like a love theme, there's
Oh
always gonna be
yeah,
some hard like dark shit right there.
Yeah. There's always that heartbreak track where it's just the gloomiest vibe. You're like, oh, that's my sample right
Yep.
there.
That's it right there, man.
And that whole like when I started going digging again, um, it felt good, dude. Like it
Oh
was
yeah.
gnarly. Like you forget like how much fun it is
Oh yeah.
doing that, and time fucking flies, and it's amazing, dude. Like I can't get over how amazing it is and why I stopped doing it. Like
Yeah. And it's cool because like, when we used to go digging, we'd go out there for like maybe go in the morning and then won't come back till like freaking late at night, and then we only like really got like 10 records each. And then eight of them were like samples, but other two were like because we found like some dope hip hop record. It's
yeah.
like, oh dude, I wanted this one, so got that shit.
Speaking of that, dude, I fucking came up on this jam too. I came up on two jams.
Hmm.
I gave one to the homie Julio because he has a dope collection. I thought it'd be great for him.
Hmm.
But it was Knots featuring Big L.
Oh shit.
Um, but the gem that I found that I personally fucking liked was a Rodney O and Joe Cooley.
Oh shit.
Fucking it was but you don't hear me though.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
motherfucking punk. Like, oh dude, like that was always my favorite fucking shit. And the reason it was my favorite fucking track because
Uh-huh.
the DJ got on there and started fucking ripping, dude.
Oh
Joe
yeah,
Cooley
yeah.
started
Joe
rhyming on
Cooley.
that shit. And these fools were I honestly I don't know if they were dissing someone personally. I kind of felt like maybe OPP, like what are they? What's
Naughty
it?
by Nature.
Naughty by Nature. Or if they were just dissing the whole East Coast at the time, because that was during that time where it was like everyone's trying to style and say what side is better. But that's one of my favorite fucking jams from Rodney O and Joe Cooley,
Yeah.
only because fucking they're both going hard, but Joe Cooley jumps on that shit and that motherfucker starts ripping like, oh dude, like
It's like,
that
oh,
shit.
I'm going for mine.
Yeah, like, and then he cuts on there. I think he cuts on there too, right?
Yeah. I can't remember.
You know,
I
I'm
haven't heard
trying.
that song in a while.
I'm thinking heavy right now. But anyways, I'm just amazed at his lyrics that he jumped on there and like
Nah, it's fucking dope.
I was so happy I got that, dude. Like,
Hell yeah. Yeah, I remember one of the gyms I found last time I went was the Method Man and Red Man, the Tear the Roof Off.
oh, dude, yeah,
And it
dude.
had the instrumental on there too. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, that fucking beats hard too. And I remember scratching that shit, for a few hours and having to reset it like we always had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
When it's a dope beat, it's worth it, of course. Like,
yeah,
fuck it,
definitely.
dude. Start over.
It just sucks when it's like hard to find when it's like inside in the grooves, but like toward the middle or the end, like it's hard. That's what I
Yeah.
hate. Like I have that one video game breaks and it has that one beat on there from Punch
Oh
Out.
yeah,
Yeah, that shit was
that
dope.
fucking Mega Man beat.
Is it Mega Man
Yeah,
or is it
it's a
Punch
Mega
Out?
Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember yours had Mega Man and mine had a Mario remix.
Yeah.
But both were pretty dope beats. But yeah, dude, like it's amazing, like just the whole process of going digging. And that's another thing. I guess, man, we're going so far into this. Like the whole ritual for me too was like get some coffee,
Hmm.
enjoy that coffee, then go digging. Go digging for hours, and you figure out what you want to get, or you get what you get, and then
Yeah.
you drive home, maybe get something to eat, and then you start listening to the records, and then you're like, for me too, like I kind of felt like you want to listen to all your records, and I did this as a back when we were younger, digging when we used to go digging, but you listen to all your records
Oh, yeah.
first. But for me, this time around, like when I find across the first sample and I feel it, I was like, okay, let's just start working right here. Because I remember on occasion you'd be like, oh fuck, I remember that one fire sample, but where is it?
Yeah, I know.
Where is it? Where'd it go? And then
Yep.
you have to spend more time fucking getting it or finding it.
Yeah, dude, I remember those days. I miss those days, man. It's just making beats all day, and you might make like 100 fucking oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lights
Power
out.
goes out, just like that. We're in the dark.
Attention everyone, we're in the middle of a hurricane. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a fucking windstorm.
Oh, Oh no.